¿Qué onda amigos? Buenas noches. Disculpen el retraso. Eh, Regresamos con los en vivos. Hemos dejado 2 semanas estar dando en vivos. Regresamos nuevamente con esta parte en vivos. Lo que pasa es que recuerden que tenemos el bazar en 2 semanas. Bueno, más bien dicho, la siguiente semana. Entonces hemos estado bastante ocupados con todo este tema. ¿Qué onda, Dermiel? ¿Cómo te va, amigo? ¿Qué haciendo, mi Dermiel? Ahí ya veo, bueno, estoy coordinando con los chicos que me habías comentado, ¿ok? Pero bueno, ahí estamos en eso. Y entonces estaba muy ocupado haciendo lo de la parte del bazar. Y bueno, que luego que la siguiente semana es el primer bazar que tenemos. Y bueno, ¿qué onda mi pate? Creo que está aquí Search and Destroy. Es nuestro, es, ¿qué, qué onda Patosa Flores? Este, retomamos lo de la parte de los en vivos y bueno, la siguiente semana es lo de la parte del bazar. Entonces, bueno, vamos a meter de una vez aquí a este Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy es de Estados Unidos. Entonces, pues bueno, vamos a darle aquí entrada al buen search. Hi amigo, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Uh, Thanks. Sorry for all the inconvenience and well for the delay. I was
Okay.
only that I was leaving office, so well, but I was very interested in talking to you. So well, finally, after some delays and some other things, finally we are the back. We called well. I was absent 2 weeks. This is the first interview we have after 2 weeks. So for me, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
And
Glad to be here.
well, some people as King Konga,
hmm
Mr. Mento. Well, they told me you're very great.
Yeah, the Gonga and Mento are like became good friends of mine recently since Designer Con, and Playful Gorilla is like a brother to me at this point. Alex.
Yeah, well, I talked to. Well, in fact, actually he's in Missing Baddies. No, he's having his context, well, his
Oh.
challenge of the underdog.
hmm
And some people, well, 5 people, 3 people of my crew are the participating in this challenge.
Oh,
So
they're gonna.
well,
That's awesome. They're gonna announce, I think, the winners tonight with Benny from Tenacious Toys. So it's gonna be awesome.
I hope that I hope that one of my the people of my crew one can be the winner. So well, anyway, thanks a lot for me. It's a big pleasure to have you here,
My
and thanks
pleasure.
so much, amigo. Okay, uh, are you right now? Well, I was checking your profile. Are you in Cleveland, Ohio?
Yes, I'm still in Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I was
Uh,
born and raised here. Went out to Florida for a couple of years and then have been here since then.
and what time is it right now in Ohio?
It's what 9:40 at night right now. So
And okay.
yeah.
Okay, thanks for all the people that is visiting us. Estudio Chucky, well, they are from Spain. Estudio Chucky, me pongo en contacto con ustedes para ver lo de la cuestión de la entrevista también. Well, they are, and some people on my crew is visiting us here right now. So, well, thanks a lot for being here, amigo. So
Sure.
let's start. Let's start. Can you tell me, please, what's your name? The way I work with this is I ask a question, we talk, then I'll take a while to translate it, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. Okay, so tell me, what's your name and the country? Well, I know this is United States, but once again, what city are you from? The United States, you're visiting us.
Yeah. So I'm from the U.S. From Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Sergio or Sergio Andujar, and that's where you get Surge and Destroy. My it's part of my name's built into the full name of the artist.
Okay, well, and your last name is Andujar?
Andujar. So it's Serge like Sergio. So Serg Surge. Andujar and is the and then destroy because it sounds like search and destroy. So I kind of still have my name mixed into my artist name.
Okay, so that's the reason you put this name Search and Destroy? Because
Yes.
of the last name?
Yes,
Okay.
I put those together, and then the way I do my art when I customize a toy, I'm essentially destroying what it was and creating something new on top of it. So that's where the destroy comes from.
Yeah, I was checking your toys, and I was checking that you have a bomb in most of. Well, in fact, your logo is a bomb. Is
Yes.
that right? I'm seeing that right. I
Mhm.
really like that.
Thank you.
That's right.
It's actually yeah, it's a bomb, and then the middle section there is a spray can nozzle. Since I use spray paint.
Yeah.
And this is
Oh,
actually going to be a upcoming toy that I'll be releasing, but it's going to have a little flair to it. So it is going to be coming something tangible soon.
okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you please show your logo on the camera so I can translate it and talk about? Okay. Tenemos aquí de este lado tenemos a buen Sergio Andújar. Él es de Cleveland, Ohio. Él nos está visitando Cleveland, Ohio. El nombre de Sergio de Search and Destroy. Destroy, bueno, Search viene de Sergio. Destroy viene es un juego ahí de palabras, de letras con su okay, that's better. Es un juego de letras de su apellido de Andújar. Dice que aparte de eso le gusta mucho la parte de Destroy porque él obviamente él es ilustrador, él es grafitero y él es diseñador. Dice que lo que él hace es destruir lo que está hecho y volver a crear. Entonces es prácticamente por eso se puso esa parte de Destroy, porque destruye lo que está hecho y vuelve a crear sobre lo que ya estaba hecho. Entonces ese es prácticamente el por qué se pone Destroy. Pero bueno, también tiene que ver un poco con lo de parte de su apellido. Thanks a lot, amigo. Search. Thanks a lot. Okay. Amigo, how did you start with the art toy scene? In the art toy scene,
um,
how did you start?
well, it was about 2006.
Mm?
One of my best friends and I, we had a t-shirt line, so we screen printed our own t-shirts. After doing graffiti in the streets, we made it into clothing. And then we saw the blank, which was the money at the time from Kid Robot. So they sold the DIY money. And once we found those, it just started us into customizing. And then from customizing, we got into making resin toys. So I do both customization and then I cast my own resin figures and paint them now as well.
What's the name? What was the first figure that you customized from Kid Robot?
Money. Munny.
Money?
Yeah, it's a money. So they had the money and the dunny. The money was a little monkey guy, and
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
dunny is the bunny head one. That's kind of a
Okay.
oval head. So those are the two first ones. And then after that, if I could just find a toy, I'd paint it. Because I was known for in town for painting skateboards. So I was taking what I would paint on skateboards and apply them to the toys. And then eventually I started turning them into like my own characters in resin.
Okay, thanks a lot. Just Frank Montano. Just one just one thing. Frank Montano is saying you. Hi, Frank Montano. I send you an invitation to be here, whenever you want. Okay, amigo. Thanks. Let me translate it. Bueno, nos comenta Serge, Search and Destroy, que él empezó en el 2006. Bueno, él es, como les comentaba, él es ilustrador, es grafitero y es diseñador. Dice que él obviamente se dedicaba mucho a la parte del graffiti. Entonces aquí lo que nos dice es que él empezó a customizar un Donnie y un Lonnie de Kid Robot, y de ahí le empezó a gustar toda esta parte de los art toys, y él empezó después ya a crear sus propias figuras, pero realmente empezó en el 2006. So you started in 2006?
Yeah, it was yeah, about 2006, right when they were in about I think it was Dunny Series 3. Then we were able to get our hands on DIYs locally here in Cleveland, and then since then it's been traveling to different conventions back and forth to LA and New York. Um, and then from there on, we would get stuff in galleries. And since for about the past 10 years, I've had shows in pieces in galleries around locally, and then some over abroad in like the UK and some other countries.
But you were working for Kid Robot directly for Kid
No,
Robot?
no, no. I was actually just working freelance outside of my normal retail job at the time. And then I was just freelancing art. So I would do murals around town. Did a lot of graphic design, so people stickers, logos, things like that. Um, on top of making the clothing, and that was where my money came from. And then I kind of just jumped into the toy scene while still working full time. That was just what I did outside to kind of just express myself via toy.
Ok, bueno, nos comenta, aquí nada más quiero corregir algo. No estuvo, bueno, él lo que empezó a trabajar es con el Money de Kid Robot. Dice que obviamente él empezaba a hacer impresiones, aparte del graffiti que él hacía, empezaba a hacer impresiones en playeras y dice, como les comento, que él empezó en el 2006. Él empezó en el 2006, empezó a trabajar en algunas convenciones y justamente empezó a trabajar en la parte de customización de toys y todo esto. Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. Can you start showing us your toys? If you have from the first one that you have, or the first one that you have, it could be better.
Well, I have I personally don't have anything that I've actually painted outside of like current things. But my actual current toys, the resin toys, I do have those. So,
Okay,
you know,
that's good.
if you want to see those, I can start introducing.
Yeah,
So my character was Gigi. I
GG.
think yeah, so it's this little skeleton guy.
Mm,
So
okay.
so this is his version. That's the current one. That's the toy. It initially started as a smaller piece that I had. These are all
Oh,
cast in resin, and over time, past year and a half, has grown to a 6.5 size that I hand paint as well.
the smaller one is that for a gachapon edition or no?
This one actually is a mini 1 inch. I do have gashapon sizes in these ones that are coming soon. So I do have the 2.5 gachas, but I wanted to make like minis and half-inch micros. So I do have like really, really small ones.
Okay, so this is one of your first characters.
Yeah, so this is the first character in the first style. So you see he just kind of has little stocky feet. Uh,
How big is it?
this is a 1 inch.
One, okay.
And
Tenemos
next
aquí.
the big one, which is these are almost 6 inches.
Ok, hold on, please. Nos comenta aquí que uno de sus primeros personajes fue el Gigi. La versión pequeña es de aproximadamente 1 pulgada, 3 centímetros. Luego tiene una versión más grande que es de 6 pulgadas, que son como 18 centímetros aproximadamente. Y dice que está pensando hacer una versión en gachapón, que son las piezas que vienen encapsuladas. Ok, thanks a lot, amigo.
Sure. Yeah, I can show you the gotcha size. I just don't have them made yet. So the gotchas are going to be this size. So there's 4 characters. So there's the Gigi. There is the Chica, who is my second character.
Chica.
So this is Chica. Yep.
Okay.
And then I have Coquito.
Coquito.
Which is like the coqui from Puerto Rico, but it's spelled it's Kokito. So it's
when I saw this for the first time, I remember I don't know how to say it's from the frog from the Muppets.
Kermit. Yeah, it's similar to Kermit with the colorway. Yes, but yeah, I wanted to make a piece that's from the island, and all my art is both. It has influence of Puerto Rico and hip hop and also Japanese culture. So that's why it's spelled Kokito. So this is Coquito.
Can you show again the second character, Chica?
Oh, Chica, sure, of course.
Just one question: are you originally from Puerto Rico?
My family is. I was born here. I'm first generation born here.
Okay. Ok, tenemos aquí un segundo personaje que también creado por el buen Serge, que es Chica. Ahí está su segundo personaje, es Chica.
That's Chica.
Does she have something, or does she is related to Gigi? No.
So each of these, the way I did them, they are all a team. If you look at them, they all have the same body.
Yeah, that was asking this question.
A team. So the body is all the same. I paint them differently. The heads are where the distinction of the character is. And so Gigi his backstory is he's from Cleveland, Ohio. So he's from the US. Then you have Chica, who lives in Harajuku from when I went and traveled to Japan. When I came back, I created her for my travel to Japan.
Okay, let me translate it, please. Ok, tenemos aquí, bueno, como les comentaba, tenemos a Gigi, que es su primer personaje, que viene siendo una pareja que que en este caso Gigi es de Estados Unidos, de Ohio, y por el otro lado tenemos a Chica, chica es de Japón. Y los dos, si ustedes checan, los dos personajes tienen un cuerpo parecido. Dice que vienen en pareja. Y por último tenemos a Coquito. Coquito tiene que ver ahí con, se parece un poco a la rana René. Y exactamente, pero dice que le quiso meter algunas cuestiones de Puerto Rico, hip hop y todo eso, pero es un personaje basado, se parece un poquito ahí a la rana René, pero dice que se quiso basar en la parte de sus orígenes, pues su familia es de Puerto Rico, entonces quiso meterle algunas cosas basadas a ese personaje de Puerto Rico. Ok, thanks, amigo.
And then the fourth character actually is getting launched next month, and this is her. This is Bruja-chan.
Blue
So
Hacham?
he's a little witch that I made when I came back from Iceland. I took a trip out to Iceland, and when I came back, I created her.
You mentioned she's something like a witch?
Yeah, she's a little witch. So her
From Ireland.
in the
Okay.
lava tunnels in Iceland. So
and what's the name of this character, amigo?
is Bruja-chan. So it's still
Blue
both
Hachan.
Spanish and Japanese. So this is her. That's her big size.
Ok, nos comenta aquí que tenemos este otro personaje que es Blue Hachan. Ella es es un personaje basado en una bruja que es de Islandia con algunas referencias de Japón. Él está trabajando actualmente con este personaje. When are you going to have it available?
She will be ready next month. She actually comes with a second little friend, which I am actually, it's on the way. I have a photo of him as well. Let me find him for you. So,
ok, let me translate it first. Ella va a estar disponible el siguiente mes, va a venir acompañada de otro personaje que nos va a enseñar ahorita.
Yeah, let me just find him. This guy is called the Magical Floof.
The Magical Floof?
Yes. He's a fuzzy little character. I just gotta locate him on my iPad. Just give me one moment.
No, don't worry.
Where's he at? There he goes. So this is the Magical Floof. So, but with the big Bruja-chan, he'll be coming a 1-inch size, and then I'll be selling him as a 3.5-inch size on the side by himself. So he's a little character that accompanies Bruja-chan.
Okay, aquí tenemos what's the name of what's the name of this character?
Yeah, his name's Floof. Floof. Floof.
Ah, ok. Tenemos aquí en este caso este personaje que va a salir junto con el personaje de la bruja que es Fluff. Ok, también lo tendrán listo próximamente en un mes igual. Thanks a lot, amigo. So is it gonna be?
That's the little one that will come with the big one of her. I have a 3.5 of him, and then these are also the little gotchas. So these are 2.5 of them. So right now, same thing. They'll all have the removable heads. I'll have some sets where you could have all the heads with one body, and then I have the full body. So that's the size ratio. So it's almost 6 inches to a 2.5.
Te va a tener dos versiones, en este caso el GG que van siendo de 6 pulgadas contra 2.5 pulgadas. Okay, thanks, amigo.
Sure, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, any other character? For the bomb, the missile or the bomb, when are you planning to have it ready?
So the bomb, I don't have that 3D yet, but I do have a drawing of it. Give me 1 second. So this is one that a friend, another artist, I'm not sure if you're familiar with, his name is Quest One. He and I have known each other for a long, long time, and we actually partnered together, and so this is what my piece is coming. So it started with the bomb there, and then in talking together, we rotated it, made the skull bigger, and then the lid will lift off, and it's actually going to be a spray paint can underneath it. So this is, I'm designing this in 3D. If not in time for 5 points, most likely this is going to be a designer con drop, which means it's going to be November is when these are going to be first available.
Can you please close it to the camera? I won't show you well. Ese es el tercer personaje, bueno, ese es otro personaje que va a sacar. Este va a estar basado en una bomba, es una mezcla entre una bomba y una lata de spray. Este personaje lo va a tener listo para aproximadamente noviembre. Okay, and what's the name of the artist who you are going to collaborate with?
Yeah, his name is Quest One. It's actually
Quest One.
Kwestone.
Okay.
His name's Chito. And he's been a good friend of mine for many years now, and he has amazing characters, and he has his own toys right now that are being released by like UVD, Invasion, a bunch of other companies right now. So that design happened after like a 4-hour Zoom meeting between him and I, and then we created my logo into what the bomb is going to look like.
Ok, dice que va a trabajar con Wes One, que es un artista que es bastante creativo, para que lo sigan acá, WESTONE. Ya lo pusieron ahí. Thank you, Mr. Mento. Va a trabajar con él y dice que es muy amigo del buen Search. Entonces juntos van a trabajar en la bomba, que es con una mezcla entre la bomba y la lata de graffiti. Thanks a lot, amigo. Any other toy that you want to show us?
Yes, actually, I've been I'm not, or whoever's not familiar, there's an artist for this food stamps, which is Rios. Are you familiar with him?
Rio?
Rios. His name's Rios. He has the food stamps, the characters. There's a
No,
line.
no.
Yeah, so he has a really crazy, really neat comic style. And I grew up drawing comics before I got into like the cutesy characters. So in talking to Rios back and forth, he's a fellow Puerto Rican out of New York. I wanted to draw something that could take me back to my comic roots. So this character is what I drew. So this right now is going to be coming. So this is what my banner is at the actual conventions now, and he's actually going to be turned into a toy. Hopefully 7 inches tall.
But in this moment, is it going to be part of the comic? Or I know that.
Yeah, I'll be releasing a side mini comic with him when he comes out. But there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of details. This is like my grail piece, is what I am working towards. But I have a friend that I'll be working with that hopefully by end of year we'll at least have the prototype of him out.
And the artist is Rios.
No, actually it's another gentleman that's helping me. Sir One, if anyone knows who that artist is. And this was just after a conversation with Rios back and forth. We were talking about comics because that's where a lot of our background is. Rios actually has comic books out right now for his characters. So I went back to how I used to draw, which was heavy stylized comic books like X-Men style, Ninja Turtles. That's how I taught myself to draw when I was a kid, was by drawing action figures and reading comics and drawing that.
If you have any plan to release this toy, when is it going to be?
I'm going to first start off as a 4.5 inch, so it's about the size of like a bigger G.I. Joe, like a action figure size. That will be in resin. And hopefully if I get that done, that may be a designer con drop. So that'll be November as well. And then I have my actual store that I'll do a drop as well. So it's not just those at designer con, and I'll have a store drop as well.
Can you please show us again this character, and what's the name of the character?
So
I was thinking in a Tech 63, but no.
Yeah, so this is Gigi, but it's my comic style Gigi. So it's Gigi from like a comic universe.
Ok, hold on, please. Tenemos aquí en este caso es otro personaje que es un cómic basado en su personaje original, que es Gigi, pero muy al estilo de cómic. Como les comentaba, el buen Serge también es ilustrador. Entonces tiene este personaje que es Gigi, el que ya habíamos visto anteriormente, pero aquí lo está haciendo de un estilo cómico, de un estilo de cómic. Okay, are you planning to make any book or something like related to these characters?
And probably like a collector's card, stickers for him. He will have an accessory or two. I'm just not sure if the backpack is going to be the backpack. The sword will be with him, so those will come with him. There'll probably be a mini comic, so not a huge comic, but something that I can make myself and put together. And then what else? If he's going to come with a base, things like that, I have to still figure that out. But the first version, will be about 4.5 inches of resin, and then maybe move to vinyl. But if I move to vinyl, it's going to be 7 inches. But I have to figure out all that stuff later once I get the sculpt.
But you're planning to do it in November? If you release it as a toy, you're planning to make it in November? No.
A resin toy in November.
Okay.
But if it goes to vinyl, if I decide to jump to that, then it's going to be on the 7-inch scale. And, that's probably a year out, with back and forth, that's a lot, very involved to get that done correctly. So I'd rather just have it in the resin form first. And then if opportunity comes to make it a bigger toy, then I'll go for that route.
Okay, hold on. Well, let me. Thanks for all the people that is connected. Thanks for the Pony Boy. He's a guy from Spain. He's a YouTuber from Spain that likes to support a lot of people that are involved in our toy scene. So actually, well, he says that it's so cool. It's great. Your
Thank you.
toys. And some other guys from for example, medieval art. She's also a girl from my crew, and she's saying that, wow, your toys are the... Ok, bueno, nos comenta en este caso que el GG, el personaje que nos acaba de mostrar basado en el GG, bueno, el que habíamos visto, dice que lo va a hacer en versión de cómic, dice que lo va a hacer primero en resina, que va a ser aproximadamente 5 pulgadas, 4.5 pulgadas, y dice que él le interesaría bastante hacerlo en vinil, pero bueno, por todos los temas que conlleva hacerlo en vinil, todo el proceso y todo, dice que tardaría un poco más, por lo que el primero se quiere ir a la parte de resina, hacerlo en resina, y sería como por noviembre aproximadamente. Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. And are you planning to make any comic version for the Coquito and for Chica?
Yeah, I actually have been working on that over the past year. I wanted to, when I first dropped them, have the comic ready, but it just time frame didn't work out for the convention. So at 5 points this year, with each character, there will be something small with a backstory. I have boxes made right now for the bigger ones. So as you see, there's something representing each one on them. But I'm hoping to get a smaller box for my 3-inch size, and each of their stories will be on the back. So each character will have their own box with their story on the back. So, if you get the little toy, you get their story on it. So that's going to be the starting point.
Ok, dice aquí en este caso, bueno, se me había pasado comentarles que para la parte del GG él lo piensa trabajar primero en lo que son estampas, stickers. Aunque ahorita nos dice que va a ser la versión, bueno, ya tiene la caja, ahorita la versión de resina ya tiene la caja, como les comentaba, va a estar en noviembre. También va a empezar a trabajar, si ustedes checan, tenía los personajes Coquito, la bruja, tenía también a Chica y a Gigi en una caja donde está representando a los 4 personajes. Entonces dice bueno, ahorita está trabajando en el toy de 4.5 pulgadas, y dice que posteriormente va a trabajar en una versión más pequeña, pero eso va a estar después. Pero ahorita primero se va a enfocar en la versión de 4.5 pulgadas, en la versión de resina. Thanks a lot, amigo. Are you planning to make, for example, well, your bump, because, well, this is your logo. Are you planning to make any collaboration with some other artists or something like an expo for this bump?
So the bomb, the first thing will be just solely with myself casting them out of resin. So I'll have solid colors, ones that I paint up with graffiti. I'm gonna have glow, because a lot of my figures I pump glow in the dark into. Let's see. So like here are specials, special Coquito. So that dark. And then this one is like a special GG I did. So that all glows in the dark. So the bomb will be similar that way. After that, then hopefully I hope to do a show in some sort of gallery with a certain number of artists, let them have that as a platform. I'm probably going to start them off at about maybe 4 inches since it's slender. Probably it'll be about similar to like this size. So this is just a spray can that I've been casting. But it'll probably start off at this size, and then if I do a show, maybe make them a little bigger, maybe 6 inches at the so it gives people more real estate to paint on. But I have to kind of figure out how to cast and all that first, get all that correct before I can start pumping them out to other artists.
Bueno, aquí nos dice que, bueno, en este caso dice que si le preguntaba si piensa hacer alguna colaboración, alguna expo con su bomba, o sea, porque digo, es parte de su logo. Dice que bueno, lo que nos está comentando aquí él es de que dice que piensa hacer más adelante una expo. A él le gusta mucho hacer figuras con Glow in the Dark y todo. Ya nos acaba de enseñar una versión de Coquito y una versión de la bruja en versión, en versión Glow in the Dark. Dice que más adelante sí piensa hacer alguna, incluso hacer algunas expos y todo eso. Pero por lo mientras ahorita se quiere dedicar a los personajes que no se había platicado principalmente. Thanks a lot, amigo. Any other toy that you want to show us?
Right now, that's I think everything I have. I have the piece for the upcoming cause show that I can show you the parts. It's just not together. If you want to give me a second, I can grab it.
Hi, Warranty. Nos va a mostrar otra figura, ¿eh?
So,
Ok.
whoever, so with Strange Cat Toys next month, there's the cause show. It's called the Misappropriated Icon Show. So I've been blessed to be a part of it. So I haven't really shown any of the progress. It's ready to be all put together. So, this is your sneak peek of the figure, as I'll be showing later this week and sending it out. But Strange Cat has an awesome lineup of artists. This is the 5th year they've done it, and I'm just really excited to be on this show. So
When
on
is,
page, you'll be able to see the finished product, and I've been taping the process, so I'll have a video of how I made it and everything.
amigo, when is it gonna be this expo?
That is it's I believe it's the 23rd of March. Because it's due the 15th, I believe. Yeah, I think it's the second to last week. But if you go to Strange Cat Toys, they have all of the show info on there. It's under Misappropriated Icon.
Ok, Halal related, please. Entonces dice que va a participar en una exposición que va a ser Strange Cat Toys referente al caos. Güey, ya está lo que es en este caso la customización por parte de Serge. Dice que ahorita, bueno, está pintando la figura y bueno, más adelante va a ser ¿cómo se llama? El armado, el ensamble de las piezas. Ok, thanks a lot, amigo, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Eh, eh, some other toy?
Nothing else toy wise. I actually I've been doing a lot more painting because people have been asking for painting. So I will have paintings of my character
Mm.
coming out soon. It's winter here, so I have to spray paint indoors. So I can only do it, as it dries. Where I can't really put it outside to dry because it's like, freezing rain outside. So I do have some smaller 8x8 canvases that will be out. I've been doing like some more artist cards of just other characters and
Uh,
that I have coming out. I just was in the TCP, the Creatives trading card project that everyone's been on. So Red Guardian was able to get 54 artists together, make trading cards, and just released them. So that's on the Creatives TCP right now.
TCP?
The artist boxes, trade the cards, and it's all artists from all over the world. Um,
I was checking some other art, for example, Priscilla Arte. Priscilla Arte, she's gonna be here, and I was checking that she was showing, I think, 1 week ago, some cars. You mentioned that there's gonna be a show about the cars, or no?
So they just did the cards released, like, I believe 2 weeks ago. Last weekend they just did a live signing and artist trading out in San Diego at Invasion Toys, and I believe in 3 weeks they're going to be doing a New York East Coast one. So yes, Priscilla was there. Priscilla even did a special sticker card of her one of her cards. Lost in Creative, Gonga was there.
Mm.
Was there. There was a bunch of people there, Goop Master, and then now it'll be the East Coast one where a lot of the New York and East Coast artists will be to do the signing and trading there. The series one now, and if everything goes well, hopefully there'll be a series two. But I was blessed to have 5 different cards in the series.
But just let me understand. This show is just for cars, Illustrator, or also toys.
It's a lot of toy artists that were just on this, but like it's a live thing. So if you're a collector, you get to meet the artist, trade, have them sign the card. So this was just like a creative project that became a collector's card trading that
Okay.
put together. So there's no toys involved, but on some of the cards there are photos of the artist's toy. So some art
Mm.
photos of their toy, and that's their card. So
Ok, dice que participó en un evento, es una expo donde en este caso van muchos artistas que están son creadores de toys, pero en este caso solamente hicieron la parte de tarjetas. Dice que fue when was the first 2 weeks ago when?
it was about, I think it was around 2 weeks ago when the packs released. It's called it was Red Guardian is the creator of this project, and he had it crowdfunded, and then they started releasing. So you could pre-order it, and then now you can just go buy them. If you didn't pre-order, you can just go to the site, which is thecreatives.tcp.com.
Ok, nos dice que en este caso Red Warden fue el que fue el creador de este proyecto y aquí obviamente lleva muchos artistas, obviamente llevaban, mostraban incluso a las cajas de los artistas, pero realmente era un evento solamente exactamente para la parte de tarjetas, donde incluso uno podía intercambiar tarjetas. Ok, thanks a lot, amigo. So actually, what are the materials that you use for your toys? Just resin?
From what I make, yes, they're resin. I don't sculpt, so everything that I have has been 3D sculpted and then 3D printed and then made into resin. Like I actually like kind of behind me, you can see my resin station. So I have a spray paint station, I have a resin station, and then right now where we're on right now is my drawing table. So I kind of kit my studio so that I can cast resin and while it dries, go spray paint and kind of go around the room. And like these are these are the first GGs I've ever made. So once I got, better at it, I put them in a case to kind of show, my progress.
Ok, nos comenta aquí le preguntamos que de qué están hechos sus materiales. Dice que él trabaja, la mayor parte de los materiales que él trabaja es la parte de obviamente impresión en 3D y lo que es la parte de resina. Prácticamente es lo que él está enfocado ahorita. Ok, thanks a lot, amigo. What's the inspiration that you use or that you take to create your toys?
So with my toys, like I came from a graffiti background. So I first took graffiti from the streets to canvas because I wanted them in art galleries. My whole thing was, how can I get the appreciation for my graffiti into an art gallery? So instead of doing it on a wall, I took it to skateboards and wood panels and street signs and canvases. And then I started getting shows in galleries. Once the toys came, I've always had characters that I've been doing on outside for murals and things like that. And then I was able to translate now that I have a tangible toy, I could easily translate a character to it and just make it fit. Where my direction comes from, I grew up watching Saturday morning cartoons, a lot of anime. My main interest was the like high intensity Japanese content, robots, and Akira was my favorite movie, and so my aesthetic is what's called cyberpunk.
Okay.
So that's where my characters live in. It's a cyberpunk world, but I took them to a cutesy form. So I made them little kids to give myself a chance to make them grown-ups if I decide to.
For example, if I go someday to Cleveland, to Ohio, can I see a Coquito or can I see something of some of your characters on graffiti? Do you have someone yeah?
Around the city, a lot of stuff is actually inside galleries. I have some on some 4 foot by 8 foot panels that are out at like outdoor shopping centers. So at one shopping center, myself and my best friend have about 6 of those panels throughout the shopping center. And then I have stickers everywhere. And then I have 2 giant murals inside our local Hilton, the Hilton Cleveland downtown. I have 2 giant murals in an entryway. So one on the east and one on the west as you enter the building. So that's probably the biggest one inside a place that I would have.
You're a great one, amigo.
Thank you.
Okay, let me translate it, please. Bueno, aquí le preguntábamos que cómo es, en qué se basa para hacer sus figuras. Dice que obviamente tiene el background del graffiti. Entonces dice que lo que le interesaba es ver de qué forma él podía plasmar ese graffiti y mandarlo, por ejemplo, a galerías y todo eso. Entonces dice que obviamente, él, de hecho, bueno, él empezó como graffiti. Aparte de eso, dice que obviamente él tiene algunas raíces de las caricaturas, que le gusta ver caricaturas, lo que es la cultura japonesa, así como la cultura de cyberpunk. Dice que si ustedes, por ejemplo, tienen la oportunidad de ir allá a Ohio, van a ver muchos de sus personajes en algunas paredes, en algunos centros comerciales, ahí en Ohio. Entonces pueden ver algunas de sus creaciones plasmadas en grafitis, en algunas paredes, ahí en algunos dice que en algunos espejos y en un en un centro comercial de allá de Shopping Center en Ohio,
Mhm.
en un centro comercial en Ohio, ahí tiene plasmado también sus personajes en la pared.
Right.
Thanks a lot, amigo.
Sure. Thank you.
Amigo, do you produce your toys in a big or bueno, small or large scale? I mean, size and number.
Yeah. So, I don't like usually if I'm making a colorway. So, like if I'm making the bigger figures because they take more resin, I'll make maybe 3 to 5 to start with, since it's a lot of resin. Um, if I make them in the small size, I could make 50 different, colors and things like that. Like I try to make them all glow if I do the small ones. And then if anything's in like the 3.5 range, I usually do minimum run of 10. Um, and then I don't have closed numbers though. So like if I sell 10, but somebody were contact me and say, "Hey, I missed out on it," I'll make another one. I don't want to overextend myself on making things. If they sell out, great. I'm happy. But if somebody were to contact me, I could make them another one. Yeah.
It could be great to see, well, because I was checking the smaller one, and it could be great to see this kind of toys in gachapon version.
Yeah. So that's what those ones are. I have the gotchas. So I just got a new silicone in. So I have each of the 4 characters in gotcha, and then the magical floof is coming. That was going to be a gotcha size. I already have the balls if I wanted to do them blind. But I am going to do different colors. So like I'll have a 5 set, like how gotchas are in 5. So you may get like a golden one, 2 or 3 color glow ones, and then like a hand painted one, something like that, as the series for each of them. It's just translating these to smaller molds, is a little bit challenging at times, especially with all the little like and things. Coquito's the easiest just because he's round.
Ok, let me relate it.
Sure.
Dice en este caso que para la parte de las piezas grandes, como le consumen muchísima resina, normalmente lo que hace es hace de 5 piezas. Dice que principalmente, como les digo, es porque estas piezas consumen bastante resina. Ahora, para las piezas más pequeñas, las de 2.5, hi, Emi Takano, how are you doing, amiga? Para la parte de la Emi Takano, she's visiting us from Japan.
Oh, hi. Welcome. Thank you.
Uh, uh, Thanks a lot for being here. And well, y comenta también que para las piezas pequeñas de 2.5, dice que él normalmente hace series de 50 piezas. Él maneja piezas como de un solo color, no están pintadas, maneja piezas de un solo color. Y dice que más adelante sí piensa sacar su propia versión de Java Gachapón, que de hecho ya mostró su pieza de Gachapón. Y bueno, ya obviamente aquí comenta que ya está, de hecho ya está trabajando en la parte en la parte de las esferas donde va la pieza de gachapón. Pero dice que sí, ya está también va a trabajar en esa parte de gachapón. How many pieces are you considering for the gachapon version?
So if I do the gotcha, well, I am doing the gotchas, but if I do them as sets of like 5 difference, I'll probably start off doing 5 sets. So, you can either get the set, I may sell them as a set, or I may just sell them randomly and then, have 5 of each. So it'll be, you get 1 of 5. So those will probably be then each character will be 25. So the whole set would then be 100 pieces total. And then I also am working on making a mold out
Oh,
of GG. So these are 1/2 inch GGs. They are.
oh, that's a cool one.
So this is a micro. So this is what we consider a micro. So you have the minis, which would be like 1 inches. These are like micros. So I'm trying to make a mold that works for these, and then hopefully, like if I can just once you buy a figure, whether it's a gacha size or a big one, you'll always get a micro with it. So that's what I'm currently trying to make this mold work.
So is it gonna be as a gift if you buy the gacha version?
You get a gacha pop or you get a big one. So like now, if you get a big one, usually, you'll get 1 to 2 of the 1-inch ones. But like with the gachas, when I do them, you can see it's literally like a ½ inch. They are like tiny. So I'm also going to be turning these into keychains. The 1-inch ones into keychains, but yeah, the micro will then come with these gacha when I do them.
Ok, nos comenta en este caso que también tiene, como les decía, va a ser la versión gachapón. Dice que si hace la versión gachapón van a ser, o sea, de 4 o 5 personajes, él va a hacer una serie de 25 piezas por cada uno. Por lo tanto, estaría haciendo la versión gachapón de 100 piezas en total, considerando 4 piezas. Y dice que va a ser una versión todavía más pequeña, la versión micro, que en este caso, si ustedes compran la versión gachapón, esta versión micro va a venir incluida con la versión de gachapón. Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. And so the biggest one in size, it's the one of 6 inches?
Yeah, so 6 inches is the chica. It's because of her ears. She goes all the way up to 6 inches. Gigi and Bruja-chan are just underneath her at about 5.75. And then Cookie about 5.5, just because he doesn't have any horns, but he's just rounded off. But he's still sizable compared to her.
Ok, dice que la versión más grande que tiene ahorita es la versión de chica, que mide aproximadamente 6 pulgadas. Obviamente lo que la hace más grande es las orejitas que tiene ahí, las orejitas, pero dice que normalmente todas sus piezas, con excepción de chica, todas sus piezas miden aproximadamente 5 pulgadas. Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. How do you see the art toys in the United States? No, in Ohio.
Yeah, it's so I've been doing this since about 2006 in here. We used to have a Kid Robot retailer in our city. So that's how we were getting this stuff. But they were only here for a good 1 to 2 years, and then once that went, there's like nothing really. Like there's a couple artists who are from here who have gotten really big and has stuff at Hot Topic and such, but they've had to go out of like state to make those things happen. So I actually have had more progress going out of city, state, doing conventions, such like that, talking with other people, talking to shops, contacting them, to get things and the word out. In town, at the most, there's maybe 4 people that do it. So like the China toy scene isn't huge here. It's more so sports and like fine art.
What's the city that where you consider it is the most where the art toy scene is bigger in the United States, the city?
Well, like, I mean, Los Angeles, when I went there, there's a lot in the general area. California in itself is just big, with artists. New York, probably, it's the 2 biggest cities. So, culture-wise, it seems. So those 2, when Designer Con was in Pasadena, not in Anaheim now, you had a bigger art community that seemed to come from everywhere to Pasadena. And like it seemed like everyone had the knowledge of what they were. In town here, I tend to have to explain them as designer, like these, I say they're resin sculptures. I don't say they're designer toys. So like to galleries and stuff, I call them resin sculptures. And when I say resin sculptures, they tend to accept it better. It's all explaining what it is. Because if you say the word toys, unfortunately, even though it's an art form, people just put it aside to say, oh, it's just a toy. Well, like these aren't just toys. Like, we put our heart and soul into making these things come to life. And there is a story behind them. And it's, always behind the artist. So, I do say that they're resin sculptures as a subset of designer toy. So
how well, for example, according to that you mentioned that you just started in 2006. As you know, the art toy scene started in Japan, in the United States, in the 90s. Right. So you are I consider that you are even one of the beginners. Do you think that the art toy scene has grown a lot these years? From 2006,
most definitely. It's great. Like now, I collected toys back in the day. I mean, I solely went to Japan not to only just want to go there, for the cultural experience, but like when I was there, I was throwing my clothes away every day just to bring back toys from there. So like, like getting that culture shock, where I was interested in, it was great. And then coming home and then finding designer con and places like that with like-minded artists and people that wanted to push this scene forward. Since then, it's been awesome. Um, it's a really good community of people that understand what you want to do, and will have a connection that might help you. You do have to do the footwork. You have to put in the time and effort. Um, and it's just great to express yourself on something that somebody may have at their house, somebody may have on their desk at work. And you can have the person to person thing. I love going to conventions to talk about my toys and have a conversation, and have the person be excited to take this home, and then they can tell somebody about it if somebody asks, and so on. So it's really cool to have something tangible art wise, not just a flat piece of art.
One of the things that I started with this project with the interviews and all this is because I want to let to make people understand that the importance of these art toys, because for example in Mexico there are a lot of people that they don't understand why an art toy is very expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and they compare this kind of art toys, for example with Mattel, with some other brands that are
Right.
cheaper and they are commercial toys. So one of the most important things that why I started this project is because I like to make people understand why toys are so important, and that I like that people that this move our toys in grow.
Yes.
So without your help, it could be great.
I couldn't agree more. I love talking about this.
Mm,
Yeah, it's something that I've been able to bond with a lot of people easily, both adults and children. It seems, it's an easy way to express yourself. And it's just when you see something, you may, somebody may be just looking at it, but once they hear a story behind it or something that they can connect to, it opens up a whole
yeah.
flood of, okay, well, what is this artist doing, and what is this artist, and like the simple thing of a like or a share. Hey, you know what? Somebody shares in their story that they got something from me. That little thing alone is
Mm.
like gold to me, because even if it's there for 24 hours, it's at least somebody saying, hey, you know what? This is something great. Check it out. Even if you check it out and just follow him, like you don't have to go buy something, but it's just exposure to something that may be different to somebody, but somebody else may just instantly click. And like that's why I like going to conventions and just talking to people, because like a lot of people are have a lot more in common than you would think, but if you don't talk about it, you would never know.
People, for example, some of my friends even know that if they think that art is just something painted on a frame, and I
Mm-hmm.
told them that no, that could be the platform, could be a toy. They don't. It's very hard that they can understand this, because they, as a painting, they think that art is just something paint as a painting or as a painted on a frame, and no, not necessary. Let me translate it, please. Just
Of course.
le preguntaba, bueno, ya nos echamos aquí una plática, pero le preguntaba que cómo ve la parte de la escena del art toy ahí en Estados Unidos, principalmente en Cleveland, Ohio. Nos dice que bueno, que realmente es muy poca la escena ahí, son como 5 artistas aproximadamente. De hecho, él dice, bueno, obviamente, como les comentaba, él es uno de los pioneros desde el 2006. Dice que obviamente la gente tiende a moverse a otros estados. Dice que normalmente donde se está dando más la escena del art toy es en Los Ángeles y en Nueva York. Pero bueno, realmente él ha visto el crecimiento del art toy desde los 90. Bueno, en este caso en el 2006 que él empezó, a la fecha ha visto cómo ha crecido bastante este movimiento. Y bueno, lo que platicábamos es que hay que apoyar para que este movimiento siga creciendo, pues comentándole a toda la gente por qué es tan importante, porque un art toy es caro, o sea, porque es bastante caro a diferencia de un juguete comercial. Entonces, bueno, él dice que le gusta bastante cuando alguien está interesado en comprar algún juguete, alguna pieza, por ejemplo, de él o de algún artista. Thanks a lot, amigo. Amigo, can you mention can you mention two artists that you admire? It could be worldwide.
The ones, oh, that I admire?
Sí, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, there's so many. Like, I've become close with In Prime We Trust. If anyone isn't following Prime, he just makes stuff and pumps it out on like a crazy level, and it's just amazing work. Priscilla, I love her art. I love her inspiration. Her detailing is great. Um, there are ones that people have taken from graffiti. There's like CZ Art. There's Frank Montano, who has created his own universe, and today has started his Kickstarter called the Beta. It's going to be a DIY designer vinyl toy. So if you want to go check that out, follow Frank Montano. He's somebody that has made pushing the culture forward and bringing back what the money did back in the beginning and creating that kind of feel for the new generation now.
I invited Frank Montano to be here, so I hope he can answer he can give me a positive answer. But in the case of Priscilla, well, she's gonna be here. We have talked, and she's gonna be in these interviews. But Frank Montano, I hope that he can be, because I have received many good things, many good opinions, even from Asia about Frank Montano.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's amazing. If you know, he has a YouTube channel, very well edited content. He's making his own toys, 3D. It's just like I met Frank years ago, and just watching his progress in 10 years has been great. So it's cool seeing everyone that started or were just getting started back then, and the strides they've made to push the culture and themselves forward, because you're always trying to improve yourself. And what can I do now? And now with the 3D aspect of things, you can do collaborations much easier, where I can send a file to another artist and they can do their thing, and then now you have a collaborative piece together. So that's what a lot of people are doing now. So like Mr. Mento, Fed Up Toys, Playful Gorilla, Sir One, Dr. Plops. These are all people to check out. GDM Originals. They are taking that 3D aspect and learning how to do collabs with them to bring now a collaborative toy together of things that you may not have ever seen. These people that may have opposite styles, but because we're artists, we figure out a way to work together and create something for you.
An artist from Mexico, a very important artist from Mexico, Mr. Mitote has joined. So I don't know if you know him, but
I just saw him working on the Vandals. Those customs were amazing.
I hope we can see any collaboration between you and Mr. Mitote. It could
Oh,
be great.
I would love that. I would love that. That'd be amazing.
Okay. Le preguntaba aquí cuáles son los dos artistas que él más admira. Nos dice que, bueno, uno de ellos es Priscila Arte, que ya va a estar en unos días con nosotros. Y, bueno, aparte tenemos aquí a Frank Montano. Frank Montano ya también se le mandó la invitación. Nos dice que Frank Montano es un artista que, aparte de crear sus propios toys y todo esto, dice que él apoya mucho a lo que es la escena. Le da mucho empuje a la escena. Thanks a lot, amigo. Well, do you have any upcoming expo or event?
Yeah. So I have a lot of shows that pieces are going out to. So we have I have the Strange Cat toys, which is the misappropriated with the cause. We have the Ninjitos, the Blanquitos show next month as well. So keep an eye out for everyone doing the Blanquitos. So that's another show. I have the Gotham show, which is Gotham, Batman, and/or other Gotham-inspired art for Robin's Nest, and that's next month as well. I have the Illuminati show with Martian Toys, so that is next month as well. And I also have a charity for autism. So artists are donating pieces of art for this autism charity to raise awareness and stuff. So I have a chica that looks, she's painted in the colors of the autism spectrum logo.
Okay, well, you're full of work.
Yeah. I keep on accepting because I don't like stopping. That's just me. I like things going and moving, and new projects are exciting. And this is kind of all leading up to 5 Points, which is in June. I actually tonight, if you people tune into the Boozin' Buddies on Playful Gorilla and Fett. They're doing the preview of the Burger Dan show, which is with Extruby Studios.
Yeah, amigo, can we connect once again just to because at 16 seconds. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you. Bye. ¿Qué onda, amigos? Aquí nos extendimos un poco, ya estamos por terminar. Bueno, aquí estábamos preguntándole cuál es que si tenía algún evento, alguna exposición próxima. Ya nos menciona aquí 4 o 5 exposiciones. Una de ellas con Strange Cat Toys. Déjame, una vez lo meto. Las que tiene aquí.
Here we go.
Thanks a lot. So I was explaining. You have four expos. Strange Cat Toys.
Strange Cat Toys is for the cause.
Okay, es la exposición de Strange Cat Toys que es para el cause.
And then the Robin's Nest is the Gotham show. So if you like Batman, that's the Gotham show.
Dice que tiene una exposición bueno, en este caso es de Ciudad Gótica con algunos personajes de Ciudad Gótica, ¿ok?
Let's see. So for the Gotham show, I'm almost done, but I turned a chica into Batgirl, so
okay.
So right now she's being painted, but this is going to be a Batgirl for that show.
Dice que para la exposición de Ciudad Gótica, dice que su personaje de chica va a ser como una Batwoman.
Yeah, actually it'll be Batwoman, yes, not Batgirl,
sí.
Batwoman with the red and black.
Ok, dice que va a ser en este caso la Batichica. Para el caso de su personaje chica, lo va a customizar como Batichica.
And then for the autism awareness fundraiser show, I painted a chica. She comes with a base, but these are in the autism colors. So it's
what's the name of this expo? Sorry.
It's just an autism awareness show that a gentleman holds every year. So artists donate their pieces, and then all the money goes to an autism charity.
Ok, dice en este caso que va, bueno, eso es para otra exposición, no le entendí muy bien el nombre, pero es otra exposición donde dice que lo que se venda de esas piezas va a ser para donar, para como donación.
And then the other one is, you'll see artists actually doing now. These are for the Martian Toys, the Illuminati show. So they start,
dice que es en este caso, que es para el Martian Toys, el Illuminati show, okay.
So I have 2 of them, and they will have bases and some hands and things that come on, but they have the feet. The feet glow in the dark. The hands will glow in the dark. The base will glow in the dark. So I'm just putting all the pieces together right now. So.
Ok, dice que va a ser para la parte del festival de Martian Toys del Illuminati Show. Dice que tiene 2 piezas que son ya las que está con piernas glow in the dark. Okay, thanks a lot, amigo. It has been a very big pleasure. We are almost finishing, but let me tell you that it has been a very big pleasure to talk to you. Okay, amigo, if someone wants to get to contact you for any collaboration or to get some of your pieces, how can they do it?
Easiest way is to find me. I mean, you can DM me here that's official SergAndDestroy. If you look at the caret at the top, you can follow me there. Or you can go to SergAndDestroy.bigcartel.com is my website. I put different things in there from stickers to fully finished paintings to toys inside of there. And then my website is just SergAndDestroy.com is my website that if you want to learn more about me and stuff like that.
Okay, but you're also it's Big Cartel?
Big Cartel. So it's SergAndDestroy.bigcartel. The toys, if you're looking for toys and stickers and such. If you're looking for like the t-shirts, I have a bunch of t-shirts, all that stuff. That link is through my website, which is just SergAndDestroy.com.
Ok, nos comenta en este caso que lo pueden contactar de varias formas. Una, a través de Instagram como Search and Destroy. Le pueden mandar un mensaje directo, un DM y no, sin ningún problema. Después, a través de la página del Big Cartel, es searchanddestroybigcartel.com. Dice que ahí también lo pueden contactar si quisieran algún sticker o algo así. Y dice que si quisieran, por ejemplo, camisas y todo eso, lo pueden contactar también directamente a su página, que es searchanddestroy.com. Ya es su página directa, ¿ok?
And I have things like this. I'm doing canvases, bigger canvases, smaller canvases. So these things like this will be put into the site probably within the next 2 weeks. But these are some bigger canvases, and I have smaller canvases, and then I'm hoping to get more prints made as well. So just some extra stuff that I don't normally do.
Are you gonna sell them on your webpage?
Yes, those will be actually in the actual shop. So at the big cartel will be all the actual paintings and stuff will be in there. Some people just when I do a tease, somebody may contact me via DM and just say, "Hey, I want that." Let me know when it's done, and I can do it that way. Just do PayPal. So sometimes it doesn't even make it to the shop when I'm doing the teaser. So it depends. Toys usually I wait till the drop date. But paintings, things like that, it's kind of first come, first serve. If it makes it to that day, I'll put it in the store. If not, I'll just sell it to whoever contacts me.
Bueno, nos comenta en este caso que hay algunas piezas, algunas ilustraciones como la que vieron ahí del Astro Boy. Dice que está trabajando en algunas de ellas que las va a poner también en venta en su página. Thanks a lot, amigo. So, do you
Thank you.
have Facebook? Do you have Facebook?
Yes, my Facebook is just my name. I haven't made an artist page yet, but you can find my stuff on there as well. It's just Sergio Andújar, so Sergio Andújar. So.
Sergio Andújar, pues, si lo quieren buscar en Face, está como Sergio Andújar. Thanks a lot, amigo. Thanks a lot. Well, you are a great artist. You have a big story behind you. You have a big story, and I really admire all the toys that you make.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks a lot. And well, I'm still continue interviewing some other artists from the United States. So for me, it's a very big pleasure because this is the United States is a country where a lot of artists come from.
Yeah, I try and keep up with people everywhere, and this I'm glad that you're bringing in people from not just the same country, because I think showing how far the reach is really great what you're doing here.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Well, in fact, I have interviewed people from Asia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Japan, Spain, and now
Awesome.
I'm in Mexico. Well, Mexico because it's my country, and
Of course.
now the United States. Thanks a lot, amigo. Do you have a final message for the people that was watching this video?
Yeah, sure. I mean, thank you for taking some time out and letting me show my story, and I have a lot more to come, so the creativity doesn't stop. I'm always moving forward. Any kind of shares or likes or reposts of any of these artists that you may see in the designer toy scene, it's very easy to find us now. Just even send them a DM if you have a question or comment something. If you see something that they like, that you like that they've done, it really speaks loudly to us. And any positive feedback is also great. And then look for, if you have an availability to go to a convention, designer con or 5 Points or anything that you just see where these designer toys are, don't hesitate to come up to the artist, because I think they'll really appreciate you coming up and letting them tell their story.
Le preguntamos que cuál es su mensaje final. Dice que obviamente que bueno, muchas gracias por haber estado aquí, muchas gracias por escuchar su historia. Dice que no se pierdan todo lo que tiene Search and Destroy, porque dice que él le gusta crear y todavía tiene más por mostrar. Bueno, agradece también a toda la gente que va a que si tienen oportunidad de ir a alguna expo, no dejen de ir para que vean todo lo que los artistas producen. Y bueno, lo que él también dice es que si alguno de ustedes tiene algún comentario, alguna duda o algo así, que se sientan libres en poderle mandar ahí un mensaje y todo, contactarlo, él está ahí para apoyar. Amigo, well, thanks a lot for this interesting shatter. I really appreciate your help. I really appreciate your support and being here. Thank you so much. And well, we want to see many things from Search and Destroy in Mexico City.
Oh, I look forward to it. I hope so. I hope this just starts something, a conversation, and please message me. And if you need anything or want a design made to promote something for you, just let me know. I'll do it.
As you know, I don't have a physical store. Right now, in this moment, I have an online store. I have a crew of artists from Mexico, from some. In fact, King Gonga is in my crew actually. King Gonga, he's in the crew. He's in the crew.
That's awesome. Yeah, Gonga is that guy's a gem. I love him. He's going to be doing some collaborations with me, and then we're going to chat about getting some of his toy designed in the sliced form. So there's big stuff coming from him. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I hope. Well, honestly, I hope to have you here in my crew someday. Whenever you want, you are
I'd love
invited
to.
to be part of the crew.
Oh, I'd
And
love.
and
I'd be honored. I would love that. That'd be great.
yeah, thanks a lot. And, well, in fact, I'm gonna after this, I'm gonna send you some messages in inbox.
Okay.
But well, thanks a lot, and I hope to see some of your toys in my store or in Mexico City.
Of course. Yeah. Once the gachapons get made, I will send some your way, and I'll put it out in the world, and maybe I'll do a little Mexico colorway or something. So we can do that for you.
Thanks a lot, amigo. Anyway, well, I'm gonna contact you after this.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot, amigo, and my best regards to you. And well, this is my final signature, so take care, amigo. Take
Thank you.
care.
Appreciate you. Be
Thanks
safe.
a lot. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.